All right, here we are again. We're starting John chapter 2 this time, and this is a familiar story that you'll probably recognize. But let's go ahead and get started. Once again, a little bit longer translation here today. Starting in verse 1. Kai te hamera te trite gamas, egeneta en kana tes Galileas, kai ein he mater tu Iesu ake. And day, the third, and on the third day, there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. See how we did that? So the mother of Jesus, our subject. This is our verb. The mother of Jesus was there. Verse 2. Eklethe de kai ha Jesus kai hoi mathetai autu eis tan gaman. Okay. Jesus was invited. We forgot the and there, I guess. And Jesus was invited, and also his disciples to the wedding. Okay, so there's a wedding in Canaan on the third day, and Jesus and his disciples are invited. Traditionally, in Jewish culture, weddings happen on the third day. That's pretty common, which is Tuesday. Verse 3. Kai husteresantas oinu lege he mater tu Iesu pros auton oinon uk ekusen. Okay? And when they had run out of wine, oinos is wine, when they had run out of wine, the mother of Jesus said to him, they do not have wine. Notice ekusen, that's a verb that we know. They do not have wine. Verse 4. Kai lege aute ha Jesus ti emoi kai soi gunai hupo heke he hora mu. And Jesus said to her, what to me and to you, good woman, or dear woman, or dearest mother, something like that. Literally means woman, but it's certainly a term of respect. What to me and to you, what does that have to do with us? Like, why do you bring me into this, right? That's an idiom, okay? What to me and to you, good woman? Not yet it has come my hour. In other words, my hour has not yet come. My time has not yet come. Verse 5. Legehe mater autu tois diakanois, hation lege human poiesate. His mother says or said to the servants, whatever he may say. Notice this is lege. This is a verb that we know, but this is actually the subjunctive, which we'll learn towards the end or the last third of Module 2. You probably know the lexical form, but it's just an ending you don't really recognize. Whatever he may say to you, do it. Okay? Do whatever he tells you. Verse 6. Esan de ake lithinai hudriai hex kata ton katharismon ton iudaion kamenai korusai ana metretas dua a trace. Okay? A lot of words in here that just don't show up very often, right? And there were there stone jars, and then we have 6, right? So 6 stone jars. Lithos is rock. This is stone. This is the adjective form. For the purification of the Jews to be used for, right? So each to be used for the purification of the Jews, right? So the hand-washing rituals and that sort of thing, most likely. Each holding 2 or 3 measures, okay, which is about 20 to 30 gallons. 2 or 3 measures, okay? So really big jars is what they're emphasizing here. Verse 7. Lege autois ha Jesus gemesate tas hudrias hudatas kai egemisan autas heos ano. Jesus says to them. Another one of those phrases that we just, get really used to seeing. A nominative subject says to a dative indirect object, right? That's probably becoming an old hat for you. Jesus says to them, fill the jars with water. Okay? Hudatas, their third declension. Looks like a nominative there, but it's actually a genitive, right? Fill the jars with water. And they filled them until full. Okay? Verse 8. Kai lege autois antilesate nun kai ferete to architriclino hoi de anenkan. Okay? And he said to them, draw out now, or now draw out, and bring to you see archi there, like chief, the headmaster, the head steward, basically the guy who's in charge of overseeing the party. Maybe that is the father of the groom, something like that, right? Whoever's the most important person at the party that's kind of in charge of things, okay? Now draw out and take to the headmaster, and they took, or they carried, they brought it to him. They did what he said. Hos de egusata ha architriclinas ta hudor oinan geganemenen kai uk ede pathen esten hoi de diakonoi edesan hoi eintlekates ta hudor phone ton numphion ha architriclinas. Okay. And the headmaster tasted the water which had become wine and did not know where it was or from where it came. Yeah, did not know from where it came, but the servants knew, the ones who drew the water. Okay, so we have kind of this interesting thing going on where the headmaster doesn't know, but the servants know because they're the ones who drew it, right? So it's kind of telling us who knows what. The headmaster called the bridegroom. Okay. Verse 10. Kai legeoto, pas anthropos proton tan kalan oinon, tethesen kai hatan methusthosen tan elaso su teterekos tan kalan oinon heos arti. And he said to him, every man or all people or everyone first serves the good wine, and after, or and when people have become drunk, the lesser or the poorer wine. You have kept the good wine until now. Verse 11. Tautain epoiesen arcane ton semeon ha Jesus en Cana tes Galileas kai ephanerosen tain doxon autu kai epistuson eis auton hoi mathetai auton. Okay. He did this first of the signs, Jesus. So Jesus did this first of the signs in Cana of Galilee and manifested or revealed his glory, and his disciples believed in him. All right, that's what we got for this week. Certainly a lot of stuff you don't know, but hopefully there's quite a bit in there that you do, and it's making sense. And some of those words like architriclinos that we see a few times, hopefully that kind of goes into the Rolodex there for you. That's not going to show up again, but for a story like this, when it shows up multiple times, you can kind of track with it and roll with it. But hopefully this is becoming a little bit better for you. If it's still hard, that's okay. Remember, practice makes perfect. That's what we want to do. Guys, we'll see you again next time. God bless.